Hey everyone, it's Justin here with another episode of the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. Thank you for the love and support you've given us through ups and downs. We really appreciate each and every one of you that has taken time to tune in to our over 322 episodes, I believe, at this point that we have. Uh, just a little background. In 2025, early 2025, we had set out to have a total episode catalog at the end of calendar year 2025 of 300 episodes. And we have well eclipsed it by 4 to 5 months. And we couldn't do this without you. So thank you for continuing to tune in, continuing to watch, to listen, public servers, private servers, however you consume this content. We are grateful for you, and we don't take anything for granted because we know that uh, the next minute is not guaranteed for us. We have to take each second, each minute as it comes. And that's why we so fervently want to share content, information, public safety concerns, uh, inspiring stories, uh, personal experiences, guest experiences. We're as cut and dry as it comes. We are transparent. We share what uh, a lot of people wouldn't share, wouldn't feel comfortable sharing. And we know that we're helping people. And so that's why we continue to share. And in this great nation of the United States of America, with free speech covered under the First Amendment, uh, we exercise that right each and every day. As a U.S. citizen myself, uh, that is something that we do not take for granted at all. And we've stated this many times. I'll state it again that you may not like what we say, you might not like the topics, you might not like some of the stories, the events, the experiences that get shared. Uh, it doesn't matter. I'm a US citizen. We make no threatening remarks. We make no threatening speech. We share information. So, uh, but that's what I have to share about that. And on the flip side, you're able to share your opinion and your thoughts. I may not like them. A lot of people may not like them, but you're able to do that. You're able to share that. And so are we. So, I like just starting this particular show that's top of mind right now, especially with the events that unfolded in Utah short time ago, with Charlie Kirk, um, and the events that led to his death way too soon. And this isn't to capitalize on that at all. We have an open invitation to Erica. Uh, Anybody, for that matter, Turning Point USA. They'd like to come on the show and share uh, their memories of Charlie. We'd love to have you. And we're not trying to capitalize on the moment. What we're trying to do, not what we're trying to do, what we are doing is when we talk about that First Amendment and free speech as a US citizen, Charlie, Charlie Kirk, US citizen, he was exercising his First Amendment right. Some people may not have liked the commentary, the thoughts of what he had to say, but it doesn't matter. He's a US citizen who was expressing his First Amendment right under the United States Constitution. So while you may not have liked what he had to say, uh, he wasn't breaking any laws by doing what he was doing. He's been doing that a long time. In fact, uh, what really struck me was the amount of times that it's been well documented where individuals, even professors that didn't agree with Charlie's way of thinking, his thoughts, his beliefs. Charlie would have conversation with those individuals. He didn't care. You didn't have to have conservative values, and you didn't have to have uh, what Charlie had and has and has extended in his legacy, his wife and his children, and so many others across the nation and across the world that he would have a conversation with anybody. And I bring this up because there's a lot of media who will only report one way and one way only. And we're not going to get into the politics of it, but I think we all know what we're talking about here. There's a lot of media that is, uh, and still goes still to this day, thinks, shares one opinion, and if you think anything different, they cancel you. They try to take you off the air. They don't let you have airtime. And the mere fact that Charlie would take his own time and talents and treasures and resources and travel around and have conversations with anybody. And he just wanted to help people. He didn't care what side of the aisle you're on. Uh, and for us at Voices for Voices, we don't we don't we don't care what side of the aisle you're on either. We want to help people. That's what that's the number one goal of Voices for Voices is to help people. That doesn't come with any notation or disclaimer that says only Voices for Voices only wants to help if you believe in these thoughts and beliefs. We don't care. It's just like a doctor who performs surgery. To my knowledge, the doctor doesn't ask if you're a Democrat or Republican, independent, libertarian before a surgery, especially emergency surgery. They perform the duties, the roles and responsibilities. And so that's the same way we are Voices for Voices. We know everybody's not going to agree with everything we talk about, and we're okay with that. In fact, we want different backgrounds watching and listening. We've had priests on, we've had rabbis on, uh, we've had across the spectrum. So uh, the Charlie Kirk events really, it's taken some time, but it's really gotten to me uh, because we're not a huge organization. We're not as big as a Turning Point USA is or was at the time of Charlie's untimely passing. But in the same sense, we're just trying to help people. And that's what Turning Point USA has and is and will continue to do, is to help people. Again, not asking background, have conversations with anybody. Anybody wants to have a conversation. Now, if you don't want to have the conversation and you just want to berate somebody, there's no place in our show. Uh, and when threatening uh, things are said and stated, that has no place anywhere. I don't care what side of the aisle, I don't care what your politics are. We do not celebrate any violence whatsoever, none. And this goes for everybody, no matter what your political affiliation is, it doesn't matter. If you break the law, we believe you should be held accountable for that, regardless of where you stand politically. And so it was really, and still is, really incredible the outpouring of love and support that's been shown to Charlie's family, his wife, Erica, his children. Uh, it, it is a life that ended way too short. And I would think that Charlie understood, some of the dangers that came with what he was doing. That there's going to be people that don't like what he has to say, that just want to pick a fight, an argument. Uh, but he still, day in and day out, traveled across the country and did what he did. He shared his views. He'd have a conversation again with anybody. And that's the part that is really, really gets me, is this is a person, a human that would and had sat down and had conversations with people all across the country, did not discriminate whatsoever. And it is just, it's hard to take in because as somebody again, it's being made aware to us that we have a larger viewing and listening than what our analytics are showing. And so it's taken me a while and us a while to really get our arms around that we have a platform, which is what we've set out to do, is to help people, to share, to talk. Uh, I talk a lot about my mental health, a lot about events in my life, as well as the guests that we have on. A lot deeper content than a lot of individuals out there. And that's okay. There's room for all of us. There's room for all of us. And we are just grateful to have this opportunity to come to you wherever you're at. Uh, eight, 800, going on 900 cities across the world, close to 90 countries across the world that are tuning in or have tuned in one way or another at one point or another, consistently, intermittently, for the first time. Maybe this is your first time. Welcome. If you can give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, we would greatly appreciate that. Those are all things that are free to do. Excuse me. And we are able to get closer to that goal of helping 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. Uh, we can agree to disagree. You don't have to like what I have to say. I don't have to like what you have to say. But under the U.S. Constitution, as a U.S. citizen, First Amendment, we have the right to free speech. And and so again, what do I do if I'm not interested in what I'm watching and listening? I turn the channel, I turn the station. I would invite you to do the same. I'm not forcing you to watch. I'm not forcing you to listen. There's a lot of content out there, a lot of great content. Flip to one of those stations. It'll make you happier and put you more at peace and have us more at peace, knowing that we're talking and sharing with people who want to listen, who want to watch. What Voices for Voices has become, where we've come from. It's remarkable. And I don't just say that as somebody that has the platform, that has the microphone, that has the camera. I say that as a human being. We're all created equal in God's eyes. And I'm no more special than the next person. We're all created under one God. And so just like Charlie did, and it will continue. The Turning Point USA. Find something you love to do. Find something you like to do. Find something you're passionate about. Find something that doesn't raise your blood pressure so much and get you or myself, s- so worked up, so stressed. There's always going to be stressful times. But if you're spending all your time, if I'm spending all my time being stressed for the wrong reasons, then I need to find something else to do. Same thing for you. I don't want to see anybody's health decline. Uh, find something that you like to do, that you want to do. Not when somebody tells you to do. You can take information from various sources, various individuals, various mentors, various podcasts, TV shows, what have you. Teachers, coaches, teammates, colleagues. Find something that you truly enjoy, that you truly like to do. I found that with Voices for Voices, and I'm passionate about it. And so I invite you, no matter where you're at politically, no matter what city, state, country, county, territory, province, Find what you love to do and do that. Life is too, excuse me, life is too short. It's way too short. I found out the first half of my life, uh, where I was just focused on just me. And now with Voices for Voices, I want to help people. This life isn't for me. It's for you. It's for others. It's to help others and to leave a legacy for my daughter that she can take the torch and take Voices for Voices where she wants to. Those are the two things that I've been steadfast from the beginning, no matter all the uh, all the other niceties. Those are two things that remain constant. I want to help people. I don't want people to feel alone because you're not alone. No matter how you're feeling, you're not alone. There's somebody or somebody's watching, listening, that's going through something maybe exactly like, maybe similar, but there's somebody. And I found that out that I wasn't alone. And I'm still not alone. And you're not alone. So don't give up. Don't let somebody tell you you can't do it. Again, we're not talking about illegal things. We're not telling you to break the law. That's not what we're saying. Find something that you love to do that is legal under the laws of where you reside and do those. Do that thing, those things. People are going to get jealous. People are going to, there's going to be the haters out there. They're going to be the people that are telling you that what you're doing is a scam uh, and they don't want to believe. They tell you they want to believe. They tell you they love you, but the actions show otherwise. I'm speaking from experience. And we're continuing on. We verify, validate as best we can, and we move on. We've done that since day one. We've gotten better each and every day of doing that. And so again, there's going to be people that are afar from you, and there's going to be people that are close to you that are going to tell you that what you're doing is it's that you should find something else to do. And I'm here to tell you when you're passionate about things, as I'm passionate about Voices for Voices, there's an extra fire that burns inside that makes my heart continue to beat, to continue to want to go on, no matter where the hate's coming from, no matter where the questions, the questioning, people that want to intervene, interject, whatever that intervene sounds the right word, interject. Uh, People that want to share their opinions, but they don't want to accept others' opinions. And so I'm all for listening to others. But the moment I get attacked, the moment that I get attacked, the moment somebody steps foot where I live, and start spouting off what they feel are the facts without knowing the facts that say, we love you. But this is this is too much. It's not too much. It's not. Verify, research, validate, and we move forward. We know we're not going to be able to please every single person, no matter how close to us or how far from us a person may be. And that's just, it's a hard thing to say. It's a hard thing to come to grips with. But the first time that you come to grips with that, like I did, and I'm not sure exactly when exactly that was, uh, but when you come to grips and you come to that reality that, you know what? Okay, I'm listening. I'm here to help. I'm here on earth to help. Plain and simple. Voices for Voices is that medium, is that organization, is that platform for me to help. And I've prayed and I've prayed and I've prayed and I've prayed and even prayed on praying and about praying and praying some more. And every time it comes right back to right here. Voices for Voices, our TV show and podcast, helping others. And and that's where the passion, that's where that extra fire burns bright. Uh, That's where God's extra grace and uh, energy of helping me get through the hurdles, the individuals, the events. God's who's doing that for me. There's no other way to say it. I would not have got to this point if it wasn't for him. I stepped away for many years, um, but there's been too many signs, too many miracles in my life that have happened. And maybe God is part of your walk of life. Maybe God's not. That's not for me to judge. Again, I'm sharing my experience, my walk with you. I know we're gonna have different beliefs on just about every subject and topic. That's what makes us who we are, human beings. I'm just sharing what's helped me day after day. May be able to help you, maybe another higher power that you look to. Maybe there's not. I don't know. And that's not for me to judge. That's not for our organization that has any judgment on anybody for any of that. But we're sure allowed to share that under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution as a United States citizen, born and raised in the USA. Justin Allen Hayes. So to Charlie, and we're looking up to you. Thank you for all you did. There's still so much more uh, energy, so many more events, so many more people that we just wish and hope that you were still with us. But you did not die in vain, and people's voices are going to continue to be heard. People are going to continue the legacy of your organization, Turning Point USA, your wife, your children, so many others. Welcome your family with open arms. And just want to say thank you for being a light where for many there wasn't, for being that beacon of hope that hey, I don't agree with this person, but he's just having a conversation with me. And that's okay. I don't have to agree with everything he says or she says. This person is just willing to have a conversation and talk about things and uplift. That's what this is about. That's what his life is about, is helping. So that's what Charlie is here for. That's what his family is here for. With Turning Point USA, Charlie's legacy, and Voices for Voices, we are minute in size of that wonderful organization. But that's what we're doing too. We're sharing our voice. We're talking to people, letting them share their voices, their experiences. Because like Charlie, I believe that's why I'm still here, is to help, to share, to maybe inspire, to have a conversation with somebody who may be looked down on by certain individuals or certain groups. We're here to have those conversations. There's going to be some you're going to agree with, some that you don't. All we ask for is kindness and respect, and we give that back to you. That you might not like what we have to say, we might not like what you have to say. First Amendment. So thank you for tuning into this episode of the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. If you can give us a big thumbs up, like, share, follow, subscribe, tell your friends, family, colleagues, fellow students, roommates, loved ones. Uh, we would greatly appreciate that. And thank you for allowing us to come into your homes, into your earbuds, onto your TVs, onto your devices. And we have over 320 episodes. I'm sure you can find more than just a few that would brighten your day. And we're glad to do that. We're happy to do that. And we just want to say God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And God bless you wherever you may be across the world from sea to shining sea. We'll see you on the next episode. Take care.